Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. I'm John Branningham. We're working on our month of interior contemplation, going into the self. And today we're working on the Dead Zone poem. And if you've ever read The Dead Zone or seen the movie or watched the TV show, the Dead Zone is, there's a, according to the book, there's a part of life that's foretold, but when you have predictions of the future, psychic visions of the future, there's always a dead zone because nothing is truly fated, right? There's that part that you can still work out. And so the poem is, the Dead Zone poem is about that time when you felt like life was fated, but you were able to change it somehow, right? How did you do that, right? Through interior contemplation, through that kind of thing. So what am I thinking about? So if I'm going to do this poem, what would I do? What in my life seemed fated? I think for when you're young, everything seems fated. Everything seems like completely cut off from you. And so I thought, I was going to have a certain type of life, and to some degree I have, and to some degree I haven't. I never thought I'd be able to teach in a college, for example, but that was my dead zone. And when I reframed my vision of myself when I left the people who I knew, people that I loved, but people who I knew, and to them I was a static entity. And when I moved into a new place, I re-saw myself. And I know when that happened specifically for me, most directly was in the British Museum. When I was alone by myself in the British Museum, and I was going and I sort of worked out the philosophy of my life and worked out how I could see myself and re-see myself. And that led me in a different direction. I came back and I went from a C and B student to straight A's, right? Because I now had a different vision of myself, and it allowed me to progress in my life in different ways, right? So what was your dead zone, and how did acknowledging that there's a dead zone, that your life isn't fated in some way, how did that change it? Or did you have the exact opposite, which sometimes happens to people? They think they have more choices than they actually did, and it's focused. And that happens sometimes because of life, right? You have different responsibilities. You thought all of life was open to you, and then suddenly you have a child, and it's like, well, maybe this is the most important road I should take right now, and that all those things collapse in. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? The fact that you have fewer choices. In fact, that might be the best thing that ever happened to you, that you had the fewer opportunities, fewer choices, but you had that thing happen to you. Okay, when you're done, post down below, and I'll see you tomorrow in 30 Days Until Done.